Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, for whatever part of the world that you're in. My name is Kim Marilyn, and I am a life relationship coach. I have a certification in biblical counseling, also certification in life relationship coaching. Also, I have a certification in being a facilitator of the Prepare and Enrich assessment for premarital couples, married couples, or dating couples. Also, I have my master's degree in marriage and family therapy, also known as MFT for short. I am not licensed in my state currently, but I have went through the coursework. So, what I want to get into tonight is just basically a kind of generic type of um, video, and it's basically just talking about some of the questions people may ask. What do I do? What is a life coach versus like a therapist or a counselor? Also, what I do in my sessions, on what is the assessment about, how many sessions and things like that. So I'm going to jump right into the video and kind of, just give those descriptions. So if you would visit my page, it's stages, my webpage is stagesofpurpleinspirations.com, and it gives you the groups that I work with. I work with individuals, singles. Also, I work with couples dating that's engaged to get married or just dating. Also, I work with married couples. I basically I also do group type coaching as well, but they come up at specific times of the year, and I'm working on that a little bit more of when I'm going to offer that. I also do per session. Also, I do a package coaching package. And I say many times, people, you're not going to get a lot out of one session. You have to do at least 4 to 8 sessions to get, some of the tools and work on some of the activities and work with the coach if you're going to work towards some goals that you and your significant other want to work on, or either get the tools to, work with, or some knowledge on some things before you say, I do. Because many times people do not discuss these things when they about to get married. They just planning the marriage, and then when they get into the marriage, they pop up and have all these issues. And not saying that if you do go through this, that you won't have the issues. Yes, more than likely you will, but you'll be a little bit more aware and equipped to kind of handle these type of issues without really going all the way off into the deep end. But some of the questions, like I said, I did answer it. First, when you first set up to work with me, I actually send you like a discovery type thing, and it just asks some questions just to give me an idea of what may be going on in your relationship. So it'll kind of prepare me for what to talk about or what I need to go over with you. And normally I do what they call a discovery assessment, like a soft assessment, just asking generic questions. And that is, I do that before the actual session. But also, if now, if you want to like really, really work with me, I actually have it where you do a prepare and enrich assessment. That is like a kind of detailed assessment, and it takes about 30 or 40 minutes per couple, but they don't do it, they do it individually. They answer the questions, and there's a lot of questions. You can do it spiritual with spiritual beliefs in it, or either no spiritual beliefs in it. So once you finish that, that will actually, I prefer to do it that way because that'll give me a bit bigger picture of what's going on with you, the couple, kind of see what areas, your strength areas, or your, growth areas that needs to be worked on. So, and then I can take you through exercises with that. So that's the reasoning for the assessment. Because we may not need to tackle everything, so that's why I said maybe 4 to 8 weeks. But you know it'll give me an overall picture of what's going on, and therefore I can give you the results of it or interpret what's going on in your relationship, because it has like 9 core areas that it goes into. And then question, what experience do I have with working with couples? So I do my mentor. I'm in a coach. I have had quite a few couples to come to me. I have done some coaching sessions with them through that. So I have had at least 1 to 5 years of actual experience with coaching. But like I said, I have had my master's degree, but which I'm not. That's therapy. Counseling. I'm not doing therapy or counseling because I'm not licensed to do that, but I have the education background for that. And so some people ask the question between, well, what's the difference between coaching and therapy or counselor? So like I said, I'm not a licensed therapist, so I do not operate under any type of counseling or coaching. But what I do, what in a brief way to say it, a licensed therapist or counselor have the background of education, and also they have been through their state's licensure exam to make sure they are competent to actually counsel people. So they are really up on the ethic they have to do things by ethics and all of that, because they can get sued. So everything is regulated under the state. Coaching, you do get the certification, but it's not regulated by the state or anything like that. So therefore, it's not overseen by no one. So basically, it's your life skills, what you don't learn. You can do the certification because you learn different things in different areas of ways to incorporate things to work with couples to enhance their relationship and marriage, or whatever area of coaching that you go in, whether it's finance coaching or mindset coaching, or it's so many areas of coaching you can go into, expertise like business coaches. It's so much to explore. But I'm not a licensed mental health counselor or anything, in which they deal with more deep trauma, and mental health diagnosis, such as things like bipolar or adjustment disorder, or schizophrenic. They deal with those type of things, those type of issues. But a life coach deal with goals to work towards being a better person, or you want to work on, getting a business, or making your relationship a little bit better. Tools and things in place to help you set goals to move towards that. Meaning you already in a basically healthy state, so you just want to continue to move towards a healthy state. But you can work with a therapist, counselor, and a coach. You just do those, but let them know. But you just work on those. If you're dealing with some type of depression or issues or things like that, you talk with your therapist with that. But when you're working with your coach, you talk about the goals and things you want to work towards. So that's the difference between that. And then it says, some people ask, do you work within a specific faith tradition? Yes, I do work with biblical Christian, because I do have a certification in biblical counseling. So I do that, and I also do non-biblical or no, religious or spirituality group as well. So that could be one of the questions I ask, so I know how to approach, or either know what assessment to set you up to take before our sessions, and so that you complete that. So yes, I do work with both of them. Even if you don't have no spiritual background, or either you do, I work with both of them. I answered the question already. Are you a licensed counselor or therapist? No, I am not licensed in my state, but I said I was gonna go ahead and sit for the licensure exam. I did want. I was gonna do it last year, but the pandemic and everything hit, and I hadn't set forth to so far to do it this year, but I may. But it's a lot that I have to get in place. So, and then I already talked about this. How many feedback sessions do you typically recommend? I recommend 4 to 8. It just depends on what need to be worked on, what growth areas that need to be worked on, exercises and homework assignments that you both can work on as well. And how much do you charge for the assessment and feedback session? Right now, for the first initial session, that's at $100. That's because that is paying for the assessment and also to do the results of your or go over a certain portion of your assessment. And that's like a 60 to 90-minute session. But the ones after the initial one, right as of right now, as of this video, it is $60 per hour per session. But that price is subject to change pretty soon. But like I said, the first one, but then after that, we'll just work on the other ones. And like I said, many people want to just do one session and think it's going to fix it. No, if you're serious about it, I understand people have issues with money and things like that. But if you're serious about working on your marriage or your relationship, you're going to do the work. I can't do it for you. I just help you, give you the tools and work through exercises and things like that, with this. So, like I said, I do offer packages that also have other things, like if you do like a full 8-week session with me, we'll go over everything, all those areas, which areas talk about communication, conflict resolution, finance management, spiritual life together, intimacy and sex, blended families, also roles of the spouses. So they are the topics and things that we will discuss and we do go over. And also along with that, I may do join my private Facebook group, as well as uh, weekly recorded inspirational videos or emails that will be sent out. And also you'll get access to any discount videos or things that I will be doing, as well as you get a free gift voucher for one free coaching session. I like to do that maybe 6 to 12 months after we done our sessions, because it's basically like a follow-up to see how things are going, or whatever the case. So I just wanted to just kind of get this video to people to kind of get to know me and what I do and my style of doing things. I give my best. And so, like I said, visit my website is stagesofpurpleinspirations.com. And also you can subscribe here to my YouTube channel. And that is Kim life relationship coaching or lifestyle coaching, life coaching. So if you want to have questions, if you have questions, or you want to book a session, I put my website in the description bar box, and you can contact me that way. So I just want to give that. If you got any questions, put it in the comment area. Please subscribe to my page, also like my videos. And with that, everyone, like I said, hope you have a good night, but most of all, be safe.